Groundhog Day Winter Storm 2022 has reached the Wabash Valley, and we have live team coverage for you from across the area. Here's a live look at conditions in Terre Haute from a News 10 tower cam, and here's a live picture from Vincennes. Storm Team 10 has been getting us ready over the past few days for rain and snow and ice. Good afternoon. I'm Heather Good in for John Swanner. Storm Team 10's Brady Harp is leading our team coverage as this winter storm progresses through the Wabash Valley. We also have live reports from Storm Team 10's Everett Lau. He is in Terre Haute with a closer look at conditions here. And News 10 Bureau Chief Gary Bryan is live in Vincennes with more on how the storm is impacting southern parts of the viewing area. But first, Storm Team 10's Brady Harp has been updating this forecast for you all morning. The entire storm team is working right now. And Brady, what are we seeing? I know things have changed even since this morning. Yeah, well, rain started out the day. We had rainy conditions, and that's beginning now to start to transition into a wintry mix. Now, the entire viewing area is under a winter storm warning. Now, if you've been following this storm the last couple of days, we were talking about even this morning that, the warning area for this storm has expanded to even our southern counties. So no matter where you are in the Wabash Valley, expect hazardous driving conditions over the next couple of days. In fact, you're really starting to run out of time with safe travel. We just have the rain, the warmer conditions in the southeastern part of the Wabash Valley, but you can see what I'm talking about here to the northwest. That darker blue color, that purple, that pink, that's a wintry mix, and that's what you don't want to see if you have to do any driving. Now you can see where the heaviest of rain is. Again, the yellow color right down in the middle of the Wabash Valley. Farther to the north, again, Paris, Edgar County, already seeing some snowflakes, maybe a wintry mix situation. Charleston, Mattoon area already seeing some heavier snow. And farther to the north, Clinton, Cayuga, seeing some snowfall right now. Now farther to the south here in Terre Haute, we're just seeing rain, but at any point now, it's starting to get cold enough. We're just waiting on these temperatures to continue to drop, where this is going to start to switch over into a wintry mix, where you start to see ice starting to accumulate, maybe a few snowflakes. And our temperatures, you can see to the northwest, have already dropped below the freezing point, Charleston, Mattoon area. But look at the difference. Mid 40s down to the south, Lagodi, Washington area, 43. This feels pretty mild down there still, and it's going to take longer for that area to start to cool down. Now, I'll continue to track this winter storm on the Futurecast, let you know what to expect and when coming up in a couple minutes. Now, until then, Everett, he's live. Everett Lau, Storm Team 10's Everett Lau is live in Terre Haute. He's got the latest on what he's seeing. Everett, what are you seeing out there?
All right, we're out here in Terre Haute at the split between 63 and 41, and the rain is still coming down here in Terre Haute. It's going to continue, but as Brady was mentioning, we've got that colder air working through. And what that's going to do is eventually change this rain over to a wintry mix and then to some snow. What that's also going to do is freeze any rainwater that we have still on the grounds. We could run into some issues of some black ice on top of any sleet or freezing rain that might fall. So travel could become treacherous as we get into the afternoon. And for that reason, the Vigo County Commissioners have issued a travel advisory that started at the top of the hour and will continue until 8 o'clock tonight. Now, that's the lowest level of travel advisory, and that just means that routine travel may be restricted. So if you're still at work this afternoon on your lunch break, be aware that as you get home, you need to allow yourself some extra time because we are expecting these road conditions to get worse. Now to the northwest, we're seeing that snow, but again here in Terre Haute, nothing just yet, still dealing with the heavy rain, and that could lead to some issues, especially farther to the south where the rain's going to continue. So we're going to keep an eye on things in Terre Haute and across the entire Wabash Valley, but for now we're going to continue our team coverage with News 10's Bureau Chief Gary Bryan, who's live in Vincennes.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here in downtown Vincennes, and I'll show you what we're looking at here. And yeah, it's basically rain. We've got a lot of rain here. We're in the mid 40s right now, and if you're going out for lunch or anything like that, you'll probably be okay. Things are pretty good, not too slick. But the thing we're concerned about right now is ice. Just to the south of us in Gibson and Vanderburgh County, they have ice storm warnings from the National Weather Service. So that has Duke Energy calling in about 500 linemen to the southern area. I also talked with Wind Energy. They've got their crews ready and also have contract crews on the standby. Now, schools over in Illinois have canceled for the day. Over here in Indiana, a lot of areas are planning on closing up shop after the afternoon or in the afternoon into the evening. I talked to John Streeter with Knox County EMA. He says just to be careful while you're out, be aware of your surroundings as the temperature begins to drop around here. Of course, that's all we've got right now here in downtown Vincennes. I'll send it back to you, Heather, in the studio.
Gary and Everett, thank you so much for that information. Indiana Governor Eric Holcomb says this is the first statewide weather event to prompt this level of statewide response. He gave a winter weather update about half an hour ago. He says Hoosiers will face crippling conditions in the coming days. The agency heads from the Indiana Department of Transportation, Indiana State Police, and the Indiana Department of Homeland Security talked about how they are getting ready right now. They say there are measures you can take to ensure your safety of you and your neighbors. If you're out on the road, they say, number one, don't tailgate. If you do slide off the road, do not get out and wander. If you see a power line down, report it. And when it comes to shoveling, do not overexert yourself and time out those shifts. Now, most importantly, they say, check on your neighbors.
I hope everyone understands that whatever this severe weather throws at us, we're going to meet and exceed that with all the manpower and resources and assets that we have. They're already pre-positioned all over the state, from the Ohio River to Lake Michigan.
Now, to see road conditions in Indiana, you can visit 511in.org. We've linked you to that at WTHI-TV.com. A disaster declaration is in effect in Illinois right now. Governor J.B. Pritzker made the declaration yesterday ahead of the storm. The governor has activated 130 National Guard members to help communities in central Illinois get through this severe weather. These Guard members will help state police respond to stranded drivers and other emergencies. The Illinois Department of Transportation is coordinating 1,800 trucks to treat and clear roads.
On the ground, all state assets stand ready to assist. Our Department of Transportation road crews will be out there clearing the roads for those who must drive, but I strongly encourage you to stay off the roads unless absolutely necessary.
Now, to see road conditions in Illinois, visit gettingaroundillinois.com. We've linked you to that also at WTHI-TV.com. Now, ice is obviously a big concern, but not just on the road. Ice on power lines could lead to outages. Now, we reached out to Duke Energy to learn more about what crews are doing now and what you can do if the lights go out and the heat turns off. Duke says it's called in nearly 700 workers. One worker says in situations like this, he can work 16 to 24-hour days. He says it's important to be patient because crews will do their best to work quickly and safely.
We are going to get there. We are going to get your lights back on, but we got to do it in a safe manner so we can go home and see our families as well.
Absolutely. Workers are coming from multiple states to help with power outages due to this big storm. Now, if you do lose power during the storm, make sure to report that outage. You can text OUT to 57801 or report it to Duke Energy's website. As always, dress in layers. Wear hats and socks to stay warm and avoid opening doors and windows. Unplug your electronic devices to protect them from a possible surge when the power is restored. Officials in Sullivan County are opening shelters for those who will be affected by the storms. Several warming shelters will be open in the county. The shelters are open on a case-by-case basis. They're available to people who experience power outages. Now, if you're in need of shelter, call the Sullivan County Emergency Management Agency at 812-268-6257. The Homeless Council of the Wabash Valley and Reach Services will be opening a warming center again this week. It'll provide food and shelter during dangerous wind chills in the area. The warming center will be open from 6 tonight until 8 in the morning through Monday morning. The center is located at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church. That's on South 7th Street in Terre Haute. Dinner and breakfast will be provided. Now, of course, this is a developing story, and Brady, we've only scratched the surface here. You've got a lot more to dig into coming up.
That's right. Storm team's all here. Kevin's right here. I'm right here. Everett's out there live. We'll have more information on what to expect for the rest of the day and how it will impact the rest of your week coming up in just a couple minutes.